Slow reps versus fast reps. After all, which is better for building muscle? You've probably heard that performing exercises slowly and in a controlled manner provides better stimulation for the muscles. But is that really true? In today's video, you'll discover all the benefits and drawbacks of both slow and fast reps. When it comes to building muscle, the speed of your reps can play an important role. Both slow and fast reps have their specific benefits, and the choice between them may depend on your goals and the phase of your training. Advantages of slow reps. Advantage number 1. Increased time under tension. Performing reps slowly significantly increases the time your muscles are under tension during an exercise. This extended time under tension is a critical factor for stimulating muscle growth, also known as hypertrophy. When you perform movements slowly, the muscle spends more time working against resistance, which can lead to greater muscle fatigue and, consequently, a higher adaptive response. The idea is that the increase in mechanical tension and metabolic stress contributes to a greater stimulus for muscle fiber growth. A study published in 2015 in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research investigated the impact of time under tension on muscle growth. 20 trained men were divided into 2 groups. Both groups followed the same resistance training program for 8 weeks, with the only difference being the tempo of the reps. Group 1 performed reps with a tempo of 2 seconds for the concentric phase, the lifting part, and 2 seconds for the eccentric phase, the lowering part. Group 2 performed reps with a tempo of 1 second for the concentric phase and 1 second for the eccentric phase. Muscle hypertrophy was measured using ultrasound before and after the training period. The results showed that Group 1, which performed slower reps, experienced a significantly greater increase in muscle thickness compared to Group 2, which performed faster reps. To apply these findings to your training, consider incorporating sets with slow reps, especially during the eccentric phases of movements. This might involve, for example, performing the lowering phase of the bench press or squat in a controlled and slow manner, increasing the time your muscles are under tension and potentially stimulating greater muscle growth. Advantage. Number 2. Greater control over your movements. Imagine you're at the gym, lying on the bench to do a bench press. You grab the bar with both hands and lift it off the rack. If you perform the movement quickly, you might end up using momentum. The bar moves up and down rapidly, but your muscles aren't really doing all the work. In fact, you're allowing gravity and the bar's momentum to contribute to the effort. This isn't ideal. Now imagine doing the same movement, but in a slow and controlled manner. As you slowly lower the bar, you feel every muscle in your chest, shoulders, and arms working. The tension is entirely on your muscles, not on gravity or the bar's momentum. You control every inch of the descent, and when you push the bar back up, you maintain that control. This extra control means you're maximizing the effectiveness of the exercise. Your muscles are truly being challenged, which is crucial for muscle growth. Additionally, you have more time to adjust your form during the movement. If something feels off, you can notice and correct it before it becomes a problem. For example, if your elbows are flaring out too much or your back is arching, you can adjust your position before completing the rep. This level of control and constant adjustment helps prevent injuries and ensures you're working your muscles as effectively as possible. Number 3. Mind-muscle connection. This concept might seem a bit abstract, but it's crucial for maximizing your gains in the gym. Imagine you're doing a dumbbell curl. If you simply lift and lower the weight without much thought, you might be working the muscle, but you're not getting the most out of the exercise. Now, if you slow down and really focus on each phase of the movement, something magical happens. When you move slowly, you have time to feel every part of the exercise. You feel the muscle stretching as you lower the dumbbell and contracting as you lift it. It's as if you're directly communicating with your muscles, telling them exactly what you want them to do. This conversation is the mind-muscle connection in action. Why is this important? Well, when you're more aware of what your muscles are doing, you can ensure that they're working correctly. You're not just moving the weight from point A to point B, you're activating the specific muscle fibers you want to target. This not only improves the effectiveness of the exercise, but can also help prevent injuries. This connection can also be incredibly motivating. Feeling your muscles work intensely with each rep gives you a sense of control and focus. You're fully present in the exercise, which can turn an ordinary workout into a much more engaging and productive experience. To practice this, the next time you do an exercise, try slowing down and really focusing on the muscle you're working. If you're doing a bench press, feel your chest muscles contracting as you push the bar up. If you're squatting, feel your quadriceps and glutes activating as you lower and rise. At first, this might feel a bit strange or challenging, but over time, this mind-muscle connection will become more natural. Remember, the quality of the movement is just as important as the amount of weight you're lifting. Now that you know the advantages of slow reps, let's explore the disadvantages. Because after all, not everything is perfect. Disadvantage. Number 1. Much greater fatigue. If you've ever tried to perform an exercise slowly, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As you lift the dumbbell more slowly, you feel your muscles burning. When you finally reach the top and start to lower it slowly, the burning sensation intensifies even more. This type of fatigue is much more intense than what you feel with fast movements because, as we've explained, slow reps keep your muscles under tension for a longer period. It's like holding a weight for an extended time. Your muscles are forced to work harder to maintain control of the movement. This prolonged tension leads to greater muscle fatigue, which is great for muscle growth, but it has its downside. The increased fatigue means your muscles tire out faster. You might find that after just a few slow reps, you're already exhausted. This can limit the total volume of your workout. If you normally do 3 sets of 12 reps with slow reps, you might find that you can only do 8 or 10 reps before your muscles give out. This limitation can be frustrating, especially if you like to feel that you've completed a full workout with many sets and reps. Additionally, if you're trying to increase muscular endurance or work on a higher number of repetitions, the rapid onset of fatigue can make it harder to achieve those goals. But remember, even if you do fewer reps or sets, each rep is being maximally effective. It's about quality over quantity. Keep in mind that sometimes less can be more. Disadvantage number 2, lower cardiovascular stimulus. When you're doing a weightlifting workout, you're not just working your muscles. Your heart is also engaged, pumping blood more forcefully to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the working muscles. This is an important benefit, as it helps improve your cardiovascular health while also strengthening your muscles. Now imagine you're doing a weightlifting exercise quickly, like an intense circuit of squats and push-ups. Your heart starts beating faster, you begin to sweat, and your breathing becomes heavier. These signs indicate that your cardiovascular system is being challenged, which is great for heart health and calorie burning. On the other hand, when you do slow reps, the cardiovascular intensity isn't the same. Slow and controlled movements tend not to raise your heart rate as much. Think of it like walking compared to running. When you walk, your heart beats a little faster, but nothing compared to when you're running. Similarly, slow reps are like a walk for your heart, while fast reps are more like a run. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of fast reps. Advantage number 1, increased training volume. Performing reps quickly allows for a greater number of repetitions and sets within a given period, resulting in an increase in the overall training volume. Training volume is a crucial metric in resistance and hypertrophy training, representing the total amount of work done in a workout session. It is typically calculated by summing factors such as the number of sets, repetitions, and the weight lifted. When movements are performed quickly, the time spent on each repetition is reduced. This means that, instead of spending several seconds on each rep, you can complete the movement in a fraction of that time. As a result, it's possible to perform more repetitions within a fixed time period. Additionally, the shorter duration of each rep allows for shorter rest periods between sets, as your body doesn't reach extreme levels of muscular and cardiovascular fatigue as quickly. This increase in total training volume can offer several benefits. First, a higher training volume is directly associated with a more intense stimulus for muscle hypertrophy. Studies show that there is a positive correlation between training volume and muscle growth, provided that adequate recovery is allowed. Second, a higher training volume can also improve muscular endurance, allowing your muscles to work for longer periods before reaching fatigue. If you have a busy schedule and limited time to train, this can be a great option. In an environment where training time may be limited, the ability to do more work in less time is extremely valuable. This not only maximizes the use of available time, but can also make workouts more dynamic and less monotonous, improving adherence to the exercise program. Advantage number 2, higher calorie burn. When you perform exercises with fast repetitions, your body has to work more intensely. Imagine doing a series of rapid squats. Your heart starts beating faster, you begin to sweat more, and your breathing becomes heavier. These are clear signs that your body is burning more calories. Why does this happen? Fast movements elevate your heart rate, meaning your heart is pumping blood more forcefully to deliver oxygen to the working muscles. This increase in heart rate is similar to what you experience during aerobic exercises, like running or cycling. This causes your body to use more energy, that is, burn more calories, to sustain the effort. Additionally, when you perform fast movements, you're engaging more muscles at once, and doing so more intensely. Think of a high-intensity workout with burpees or jumping jacks. These exercises combine strength and cardio, increasing your body's energy demands. As a result, you're not only working your muscles, but also boosting your metabolic rate during and after the workout. This extra calorie burn can be especially beneficial if you have limited time to train. Instead of spending an hour at the gym, you can do a short and intense 20 to 30-minute workout with fast repetitions and still burn a significant amount of calories. This makes the workout more efficient and accessible for those with a busy schedule. It's also worth mentioning the post-workout effect known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPOC. After an intense workout with fast repetitions, your body continues to burn calories as it recovers. This means you're burning extra calories even after you've finished your workout, which is a great bonus. So, if your goal is to burn more calories and lose weight, incorporating fast repetitions into your workout can be an excellent strategy. Disadvantages of fast reps. Disadvantage number 1, higher risk of injury. It's important to understand that while fast movements can be great for developing explosive strength and burning calories, they can also be dangerous if not executed correctly. Let's use the squat as an example. If you descend and rise quickly, it might be tempting to rely on momentum and speed to help complete the movement. However, this haste can compromise your form. For instance, you might not maintain your spine in the correct position. Your knees might move inward or outward improperly, or you might not squat deep enough, meaning your muscles aren't being worked as they should be. When form is compromised, the risk of injury increases significantly. Fast and uncontrolled movements can place excessive strain on the joints, ligaments, and tendons, rather than on the muscles. This can lead to a range of issues, from minor strains and sprains to more serious injuries, such as ligament tears or spinal problems. Another point to consider is that during fast movements, it can be harder to maintain focus and body awareness. When you're moving quickly, it's easy to lose control and not notice that your form is deteriorating. This is especially dangerous when using heavy weights, as the additional load increases the strain on your body. Furthermore, fatigue can set in more quickly during fast repetitions, which can also lead to a loss of form. When your muscles start to tire, it becomes more difficult to maintain proper technique, and the risk of injury rises. This means that while you might be doing more reps in less time, you're also exposing yourself to a higher risk of getting hurt. Disadvantage number 2, less time under tension. As we've already explained, increased time under tension occurs during slower repetitions, so there's not much to elaborate here. It's basically the opposite effect. Now that you know the advantages and disadvantages of both types of repetitions, which one is the best for building muscle? The answer is both. When it comes to building muscle, there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Both slow and fast reps have their unique benefits, and combining these two techniques can be the most effective strategy. So let's briefly explore 3 approaches and how you can integrate both to maximize your results. 1. Phased training. Dividing your training into phases can be a smart way to leverage the benefits of both slow and fast repetitions. During hypertrophy phases, where the goal is muscle growth, focusing on slow reps can be extremely beneficial. On the other hand, during strength and power phases, integrating fast reps is crucial. 2. Mixed method. Another effective technique is the mixed method, where you combine both speeds within the same exercise. For example, when doing a bench press, you can lift the bar quickly and lower it slowly, This method provides the best of both worlds: explosiveness and quick strength in the lifting phase, and time under tension and muscle control in the lowering phase. This not only maximizes muscle stimulation, but also helps prevent injuries since you have more control during the most critical part of the movement. 3. Variety. Incorporating variety in the speed of your repetitions is an effective strategy to avoid muscle adaptation. If you always do the same type of workout, your muscles adapt, and progress can plateau. Alternating between slow and fast reps keeps your muscles constantly challenged, promoting continuous growth. For example, you can dedicate 1 week to high-intensity workouts with fast reps, and the following week focus on slow and controlled repetitions. Given these 3 possibilities, you can structure your workout plan by dividing it weekly or by session, such as Week 1, focus on hypertrophy with slow reps. Week 2, focus on strength and power with fast reps. If you prefer to incorporate both in the same workout, you can divide it as follows. Part 1, exercises with a fast concentric phase and a slow eccentric phase. Part 2, exercises with fast reps to develop explosiveness. Don't forget to change the exercises and speeds every 4 to 6 weeks to keep your muscles constantly adapting. In the end, what's important is to feel which of these stimuli you and your body respond to best, and then apply them. We hope this has been clear. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you, my friend.